paper is very much a product of 21st century, and we decided that the main focus of our project will be paper as a situated actor in the wild, where it can respond and interact with users in a variety of scenarios and adapt itself accordingly. We embrace the idea of paper as a way to make people happy, have fun in their lives, and have fun connecting with people and the outside world. So we started looking around the campus, immerse ourselves in the surroundings, talk to people, and observe the behavior of people on campus to figure out the user needs and the context of those needs. I just want to know what are some of the uses of robots that you find on campus.
So some places where you could use robots is at the souvenir shop, because I think people there are pretty much redundant because people just go and look around. And the other place could probably be at the visitor center, and robots could also guide people on a tour of campus, because it's difficult to get around without anybody helping you.
So one of the functions of Pepper is to add interactivity to daily activities.
Yeah.
So what are the activities that you find boring in daily life that can be improved?
I'd say some of them being shopping online and selecting gifts based on a person's preference.
So we just want to know, like, what are some of the uses of robots that you think on campus?
I think in general they can basically increase interaction between like machines or humans or whatever, because I know I was ESA for engineering info day and we use Pepper the robot to basically help visitors find their way. They can also be used on a daily basis for students to find out like classrooms and maybe book appointments with professors, etc. And they can also be used to help out in shops, like souvenir shops, if you're looking for something. Then I think
Our first persona is an external visitor to USD who has a lot of money and is quite a gifting person. So he comes to the souvenir shop and decides to buy gifts for maybe a friend that's graduating. Second persona is a professor at UST who buys a lot of course materials from the souvenir shop but finds the process generally too slow and wants to speed things up with automation.
So for our GOMS model, the user actually has 3 selection paths to select a gift. The first one, when he walks into the store and randomly selects a gift by looking around. These other two, when he has prior information, either through an online catalog where he already has decided what he wants, goes into the store to actually take it. Or when he has a recommendation from a friend where he looks around for the recommendation, accepts or rejects, and then looks for more options until he ultimately selects the gift.
From our interviews, what we understood is that users were interested in using the robot as a campus guide tool. Like maybe we can place it in the atrium so that people can ask directions for restaurants or washrooms, or maybe have it as a receptionist in the visitor center, because I think people were more interested in interacting with the robot when they first come to university or something like that. What else do you guys think?
I think the visitor idea really is key here, because I think even in the interview the lady talked about how they use the robot for visitors in the info day. I think that was pretty cool. And
Which is kind of what's on this sticky note with the sort of souvenir shop, gift shop, because most of the time it's going to be visitors that are going to be going there, so they quite like that kind of fun experience,
Right.
and to get like recommendations on what to buy, because they might not be too certain.
actually, like, they can probably tell them like what's the nearest, say, washroom, or what's the nearest restaurant, or like where are the other facilities that are available. So I think these sort of like telling the people about facilities and the places would be a good idea.
So I guess based on our insights, we can use the users and locations can be categorized into atrium, souvenir shop, or visitor center. So for the souvenir shop, I think, or for all the places, I think what most people are interested in are basic directional capabilities, so that any person can actually interact with the robot to ask for directions. And I think souvenir shop might be a good idea because recommending gifts and actually handling orders might be a good task for a robot. But for atrium, I think for the robot to actually provide all kinds of directions and handle all kinds of random questions and answers, it might be a good idea, but I think there are a lot of constraints involved. Like, you can achieve the same thing using just billboards or, signs.
The other problem there is because it's almost outside,
Yeah.
so weather might cause damage to the actual robot if you keep it there.
Fair. And I think the third location, visitor center, the main idea which we got was that they want to use it to set up appointments.
So in our storyboard, Pepper is actually placed in a souvenir shop, and when an external visitor comes in, he recommends a gift, and after accepting that recommendation, Pepper is also capable enough to give basic directions to the visitor. In the next one, Pepper recognizes the professor and gives the pre-order directly to him. And the third one, he's actually responsible for setting up an appointment. So, what do you think about Pepper in the context that we have put it in, according to the storyboards?
I think it's actually a nice idea because when I actually go to the souvenir shop myself, I spend a lot of time just wandering around looking at the various options. However, if I have someone to guide me like this robot, it will be much easier. And also, this is more interactive and it can definitely increase the number of customers that go to the souvenir shop just because it also sounds cool. For the second one, I think it is also a good, decent idea because it will definitely save a lot of time for people because they don't have to manually check whether they're going there for the first time or not, and then someone can just recognize and give them their package. I'm talking about the facial recognition. However, the third one wherein you need to set the appointments, it might not be as good an idea because I think the cost of the robot will be way more than just hiring some person who can manually input the data.
I think it's really cool having a robot in the souvenir shop because it's good to interact with a non-human being who can give you a variety of products that you may not even know exists in the shop. And I believe that interacting with this robot, you just create a friend.
And what are your thoughts about the facial recognition?
Oh, that I think would be a concern because it's a kind of security breach. So there might be a mistake of the facial recognition for the robot because he might bring the wrong product to the wrong person and anyone can just imitate someone else.
And what about the appointment system?
Oh, I think that's pretty easy. That can be done by a human, so you don't have to pay so much money for an expensive robot.
On the head, top of the head.
Hi, welcome to the Souvenir Center. Have you already placed an online order?
Just yes or no?
Touch, yeah.
No. Would you like me to recommend some souvenirs to you? Yes. A black HKUST coffee mug would be a great choice for the souvenir. Do you want to see cool new stuff that we do for winters? Yes. First up, the backpack. Cool design and stylish looks. It is a must-have. Shiny blue, Victorinic Swiss card tools.
It's just like imitating what you can do with it. I don't know.
How about a cute graduation bear? You can also have our beautiful campus in a grand paper art photo frame. Or you can put my picture in there. If you end up finding information today, feel free to reach out to our student helpers. Enjoy your day at the most beautiful campus in Hong Kong. See you around.
In this project, we learned how robots can interact with humans in meaningful ways and in proper context, and make day-to-day activities much more interesting. In this project, we used Pepper at the souvenir shop at HKUST to help kids select gifts. Pepper interacts with these visitors and recommends gifts to them, and is also capable of giving them basic directions. We target this place after taking popular views from different people and found that these people waste a lot of time choosing gifts, and having Pepper could be a cool way to do so and attract more customers. In the end, we learned that how to implement human-robot interaction in a context to solve user need in a meaningful and interactive way.